Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Happy Talking Shit Tuesday. That's right. We are talking some shit on Tuesday, the OG show that got it all started way back when I was at Power by the Hour, sat there and about 60 of you, the OGs, started asking me some questions. I answered them and I said, let's make it a weekly thing. And it's been around for probably close to 5 years or 6 years now. So I'm really happy to say we've made it a long way. The show's come a long way. The cars that have come across the channel have been 100% due to you guys, so I really appreciate the support. And it's always a support. You can become a member. You can become a Patreon member. I've gotten 7 or 8 new Patreon members in the last 2 or 3 days. We're up to 112 members on the Patreon. The Patreon members already know the updated 60 to 130 time on the ZR1. So there's a lot of perks between getting a hold of me, direct messaging, posts specific to the Patreon, and videos specific to the Patreon. There you go. Here, the channel members here have first dibs on giveaways, and you also have badges and a bunch of other perks and videos that are members only on the channel. So today, what I want to talk about is the 2024 Mustang a snitch. Now, maybe a lot of you guys watch me religiously and go, I'm sick and tired of Alex dogging this 24 Mustang. Why can't he just be happy that it's the last one left? This is why. If the last one left is a snitch fuck, how good is it? If the last one left is performing worse than the previous generation while snitching on you, why is that a good thing? Why not put a little pressure on Ford to say this isn't good enough, and hopefully by the next model year, they would have fixed a lot of this stuff, giving you way more options and bumped the performance up significantly while the price remains low. Well, unfortunately, the UAW made sure that that is never going to happen. So today I'm going to talk about a video that was released on YouTube of a gentleman that literally did the simplest thing on the planet and was read the owner's manual. In his short 12-minute video, it was very well made. Microphone's a little low, but I'll try to give you some key points in that video where he said the word data is mentioned over 200 times in that owner's manual. And he goes into the minutia of the speed limiter, of some of the new features of the 24 Mustang, the safety features, and some of the data collection that is open to third party or open to subpoena if, for whatever reason, people want to use your own data against you that this 24 Mustang is collecting. But not before we have Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Say hello to the people here.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
That's right, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. It always sucks. Let's get after it. Let's go. 2 Auto Solution. Rami Zanan is getting ready for a rental. That's going on in Puerto Rico. Weather's getting cool. The guys want to go fast in an island. Have at it. Get their money. 2 Auto Solution. Race Motive. I don't know if they still got the road racing stuff going on because it's getting cooler up there. But go on their Instagram page. Check them out. They got really, really fast cars on that setup. Good shit. We got DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com, the online parts house of this show. If you want to buy anything, fuel system, injectors, wheels, tires, anything at all, DNAHighPerformance.com is where you go. PartsFarm.com. I got Michael Nunn engine down there. He hit me up on Gmail, paid me, and said, bro, I need your help. We hammered shit out, but I said, dude, you want access to me? $15 a month on Patreon is the best way. Comperformance.com. The ZR1 loves the new Ram Cold Air. Video drops tomorrow at 5 p.m. of the updated 60 to 130 times. UltimateHead.com, Ultimate Head on Instagram. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS selling some race filters for turbo shit. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com, Caliber Transmission on Instagram, Caliber Transmission everywhere, Facebook, your mother, everywhere. Caliber Transmission is all over the place. Let's say hi to the people here. Give me about 15 to 20 minutes to talk my shit, then we'll talk to the people out there. Joe Swish, Andy Ali, Travis Ice, Leo Rodriguez, Clean Eyes VGT, and Wesley Stewart were the first people to say hello. Gallo Bravo, Darren Harper, Valley 10 Speed. Good morning, good morning. He's going to go to the track soon, so I'm hoping to see an 8-second pass or a low 9-second pass out of his car. Mike Rodriguez, Paul Pontieu, twice Greg Garage Bucati talking about GPFs. That's right, gasoline, particulate filters. If you guys want to talk about that, let me know in the chat. AP 2002, Maki Mock, JR Noge 2000 MCR, The Wolf, Chris Cobb in the house. We got Ignacio Ramirez, Christian Duran, Kona Blue, Michael Oreno, Theo Baltus, T-Rec09, Leon Phelps, Teacher Sikorsky, One of One, RTR, Gray Mustang, Twan Legend, Agent Orange, and Gray Mustang bringing up the rear. D-Rock Fox, Justin Garrison, Elver Galarga, Nate Dogg, Joe Jr., Garage Built again, Leadfoot F-150, Ken Phillips, Corsa Gaze, 9,000. Thank you for saying hello. Donkey Mac, Corsa Gaze again, 93 Cobra, Robostyle, Reflex, Gregory Offish, Samarales, me, Reflex, and a couple of other people said hello. Let's get all the way down to the bottom. Charlotte Country 4x4, Gallo Bravo, Cobra Engineering, Nardi Mercado, Peter Chow, Capcom Racing, Michael Hadzicki, which is Michael Nunn, the guy who built me this laptop. Has been solid for years, son. Thank you so much. If you got anything else, I got like 4 laptops, so I'm good. I collect laptops like I collect cars. Hard Hat Eugene, Grandpa Cito, Daniel Wilkins, Michael Locks, Chris Coyote, Phil Fez, Bronco Stang, Dalton Hook, and 2JZ Fox by the Able S550. So there's a video that I was made aware of online where this gentleman right here goes on and talks about the 2024 Mustang features. Basically, he basically talks about, let's go here and share it with the chat in case you guys want to go see that later. So he talks about the data collection system on the 24 Mustang. So let's listen to him. I have 3 key points here. Listen to him talk. It's a little low, so I'll try to get the volume up and listen to what he's got to say.
Wouldn't get the details wrong. The owner's manual for this car has over 550 pages. I seriously doubt most people read that. It mentions the word data over 230 times, and there are several types of data that it monitors, collects, stores, sends to Ford in some cases. And these types of data are, I'm reading from my list, service data, event data, settings data, entertainment data, mobile device data, we're coming back to that one, and emergency call data.
So, data. This thing is a data collection machine. Let's keep listening.
Well, the car knows that too, because it has a camera that reads the speed limit sign. So if the speed limit is normally 65, but it's 35 right now, the car knows that the speed limit dropped, and it knows how fast you're going, and it stores this data. And it says in no uncertain terms, well, I say no uncertain, you can read the owner's manual for yourself. The way I read it is it says in no uncertain terms that Ford will provide that data when it's requested by law enforcement.
Ford will provide that data when it's requested by law enforcement. And here's another key point.
And I got to say, I haven't heard of any case of this ability being abused, but I think it will be in time. It's a question of getting people used to this and getting enough of these cars out there in the public before they start flipping the switch, so to speak, and calling you up and saying, hey, Josiah, we noticed you didn't have your seatbelt on when you went through Okmulgee, and it's required there. We're reporting that to law enforcement, and you get a ticket in the mail.
So, a lot of people out there don't like Teslas. A lot of people out there don't like these modern vehicles. And a lot of people out there complain about the nanny state. So, let's talk about this car and the nanny state. So, let's say this data collecting snitch of a car is out there reporting everything back to Ford. Now understand, Ford doesn't own every module on this car. Ford basically contracts out a lot of the modules on these vehicles. So your body control module might be a completely different company than your sync system, then your seatbelt module, then your GPS collecting system. So now let's throw hypotheticals out there, right? Let's say you wreck your car at a drag strip. Do you remember that video about a week or two ago where a grabber blue Mustang goes out there, takes off, apparently was spinning the whole time, racing a Cadillac CTS-V, crashes, does a backflip on his shit, lands right side up. And people were like, that was wild. That guy will never be able to claim that under his insurance. So if he bought his car slightly over MSRP, let's say $50,000, he is done. He will not be able to claim that. One, the video is everywhere. His license plate is on video. The day it happened, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube. He will never be able to claim that under insurance. But let's just say, because this car is such a data collecting device, Progressive says, Mr. Anderson decided to put in a claim. His car got totaled kind of close to this very known drag strip. Hello, Ford. Can you do me a favor? Can you provide me the data of this vehicle between the date of, let's say, October 1st through October 17th and any event data? Meaning, an event data is speeding, a high G event, anything that would set off a service engine light or anything like that. And this car knows when you turn off advanced track. This car knows when you do a burnout. This car knows when you do everything, and it stores it. So Progressive calls you back. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Yes. You were at a drag strip. The GPS data, the event data, and basically the data log of your vehicle right before the airbag deployment happened all suggests that you were racing at a track and you lost control and the car is now totaled. We are denying your insurance claim because not only is it on video, we literally have the data because we subpoenaed Ford for it, or we asked Ford for it because it's a big claim. It's a $60,000 claim. So I want to make sure that you understand that you crashed this shit. You signed a waiver and disclaimer, I'm sure, when you went to test and tune. Now this car is no good. Another case. Let's say you live in a small county. I grew up in Hampden County, Massachusetts, in the West. So let's say that county is very keen on catching you speeding. A lot of you guys understand that in certain counties that you live in, it's a broke dick county, and they literally use that as a revenue source, right? Speeding tickets is a revenue source in a lot of these small counties, and these cops love nothing better than to pull you over if you're going 7 miles an hour over, because it's at least a $90 ticket. If he gets 10 of those a day, that's $900, and boom, he looks like he's done his job. So let's say that they start using Ford data because it knows your GPS and your mile an hour. And they can then go ahead and interface with the insurance companies and say, well, we've initiated a new safe driver measurement. And we are working together with Progressive and all of these Travelers Insurance and all these awesome insurance companies to bring safety to a top priority. They put that under the safety umbrella. So one day, you're driving on the highway. There's a fucking truck going 45. You see that the lane becomes a passing lane. In the event of you passing, you go 70 miles an hour in a posted 50, right? And all of a sudden, you get a ticket in the mail. What the hell is this? Oh, you went 70 in a 55 and in this county. So we automatically sent you a ticket. Oh, by the way, if you get 3 of those, your insurance goes up or they'll drop you. Now, this is all hypothetical, but it does not mean that it cannot happen. A lot of you guys don't like the Model S, X, Y, and future Cybertruck because you feel that the government has control of that vehicle and can then flip a switch and you're off. I'm with you. 100% with you. I agree with you. I am on your side. Nobody wants a nanny state. But this new 24 Mustang, I was warned about it by the Roush guy back in the day, 2016. He goes, wait till 2024. And I'm like, that's 8 years away. It doesn't matter. Boom, here we are. Car's out and about. And it has the ability, according to what it says in the owner's manual, to report anything back to Ford. And heaven forbid you cause an accident somewhere. And because law enforcement really want to get down to the bottom of this, they want to see your data. Oh, he has a 24 Mustang? Well, luckily those things snitch back to Ford. So let's see if he was the cause of the accident or a victim of the accident. Oh, look. 10 seconds before the accident, he was going to 120. The shift points are well above factory spec, so that's 8,200 shift points. He wasn't wearing his seatbelt. Oh, and by the way, he was using an application because the phone's data is collected by this car. He was using an application called Draggy. And that Draggy application is used to measure 60 to 130. So he had no seatbelt. He was on 995 going 110 before the airbag went off. And he was using a draggy application, and he was interfaced also with a Sony, what do you call these? GoPros. Oh my Lord. Yo, Alex, all new cars have this feature. Cool story. But did Mustangs have this feature? Puro B58 powered. Please stay with us. We're talking Mustang. We're talking Mustang. Please stay with us. We're talking Mustang. A lot of the 2023 and down did not have this. So all of a sudden, this car now has become a snitch. And you wonder why I say 23 and under is the jam. Older cars to build are what you want. If you do not want the nanny state on your shit, and if you thought Ford would never come down to this, look, these things even report if your eyes are drowsy. That's right. Go ahead and drive your car for a long time. Your brand new 2024 Mustang, premium, all bells and whistles, and start looking around. Start looking around. Start looking up, down, all this crazy stuff. This son of a bitch will say, keep your eyes on the road. Let's say you are enjoying a song, and the song is great, and you're like, oh, this is badass. Bing, 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 bing. We're going to limit you to 80 miles an hour. Actually, we're going to limit you to 55 miles an hour. What do you mean? We think you're tired because this thing is swaying in and out of the road. So how do I get rid of that? Stop, pull over, key cycle, then you can go again. Now, a lot of you fancy new car guys go, every car has that. I'm talking about Mustang, a performance vehicle. Shit we used to race with. Okay, so now that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And a lot of you guys wonder why I wasn't a big fan of this vehicle. So, shops that are going out there, modifying this vehicle, telling you, remove the carbon trap. We've removed the catalytic converters and we've installed headers. Guess how much power it gained? We've installed a resonator deleter.
We have an MBRP resonator deleter.
That gained 10 horsepower, right? And then you start doing pull after pull after pull on public roads. It reports it back to Ford. You crash it because Mustang. Now, insurance is going to be like, I don't think so. You were going this fast on a public road. No way. Let's say you're roll racing your friend. You lose control. You scrape the side of your fender. You're like, no big deal. I'm going to claim it under my insurance. You go home, you call Progressive and say, hey, I woke up and my fender's all jacked up. I don't know what happened. Oh, really, sir? Because yesterday, when you put the claim in 2 days before or a day before, you were going 120 on A1A. And an event log happened, like a sudden loss of acceleration, and we're gonna deny your insurance claim. Oh, that's bullshit. That's nanny state stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Let's say you're texting somebody without your seatbelt on as you're driving, and you happen to back into somebody. So get used to, in the Mustang community, stuff like that starting to happen. Not now, maybe not in a year, but just like he said, if you get enough of these cars in circulation, it'll be exactly like the movie iRobot. The movie iRobot was, I'm telling you, prophetic. Meaning it can tell the future a little bit. That movie to me is the perfect embodiment of what will happen. Please do yourselves a favor. If you've never seen the movie iRobot, go. Self-driving cars. Have you heard about that happening? Self-driving cars driving better than humans. Have you heard about that happening? Robots becoming your potential servant. Have you heard about that being in development? AI causing the robots to potentially jail its humans because they're a threat to themselves. Have you heard about AI doing any weird shit lately? So I think it's very interesting, the age we live in. But specifically to Mustang, the reason many enjoy Mustangs is racing. We race that car. We race that car all the time. We do pulls. We do dumb shit. If you have a Mercedes, badass Mercedes, right? The likelihood of you racing is very low. I saw a V12 Maybach on the road the other day and I went, that bitch is bad. probably makes 600 plus horsepower. That Maybach is probably never going to see over 70 miles an hour. But you know a Hellcat or a Trackhawk finna slide on the ops because Pookie is in the block and he talks shit. So I gotta finna slide the block. So imagine these Hellcats and Trackhawks had a device in it that reported back. I don't know that Hellcats or Trackhawks had any report back to home feature. I could not imagine, because then all these thefts could probably be avoided and all of this slide jobs wouldn't have been a big issue. But on Mustang, because we race on the street, we race on tracks, we do dumb shit in it, and it reports an event back. What if you blow it up? What if it becomes tunable in a year or two, and you installed a Whipple supercharger on it or a centrifugal with 17 throttle bodies, and you go ahead and say, Lund, give me 8,200 RPM shifts because this thing keeps making power. The higher you rev it, because you heard some shithead say that without any proof. It actually flatlines after 7,300, but whatever. All of a sudden, blows up. Do it. You Mexicans go out there and go, Orale, Holmes, I don't got no fucking money for a fucking motor. I got this thing at 28%. I actually traded in my troquita for this. And I rolled over what I owed on that S10 to the Mustang. You owed on an S10? Don't worry about it. Tengo un primo in the finance department. Okay, cool. So, now you owe a bunch of money. You got no money to buy a new motor. Ford goes, nah, man, you shifted this thing at 8,800 RPMs and you fucking flung the old pump gears out of it and it destroyed the bottom end. See you later. Vaya con Dios. Go pray to Virgin Mary or one of the candles you Mexicans put in the hallway. Y se acabó el party. What are you going to do then? So, this vehicle is a snitch. This vehicle says data on the service manual over 20 times. You must understand what you're buying and what you're using it for. And shops, please, please, please keep posting that you're removing cats, removing carbon traps on a VINed vehicle driving on public roads. Do not call me. Do not email me. Do not email anyone I know asking, what did you guys do when the EPA came around? Because no one's going to help you. You are You are the 24 Mustang of modern shops by telling everybody what you're doing to the... Hey, everybody, look at what we did to the car. And it ran a number. Good job. Good job. Way to promote and tell the EPA exactly what you're doing. Imagine them in court. Hi, we're here to sue blah, blah, blah company. And we're asking for $1 million in damages. Why? Well, they actually violated the Clean Air Act and did it to about 30 vehicles. Well, how do you know that? They posted about it on social media every fucking day. And the judge looks at you through the glasses like, you posted about breaking the law on social media for clout? Was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. You gotta love it. Okay, so we'll talk to you. Do you care? Understanding that modern cars are snitches, Teslas, new Beamers, anything that can phone back home. Would you buy one? Probably if it's just a daily commuter. But a Mustang, Tekashi 690, the owner, to Ford and any kind of authority, insurance, cops, anything like that, it's going to be a bad time. We'll see. And it knows your phone data. It knows your phone data. Unreal. A week ago, a doctor and his wife were in their Tesla Plaid due to high-speed Fresno, California. They got exact speed from the Tesla database. Y se acabó el party. Pray to Jesus candle. Coming in late. Your Mexican impersonation is on point. Of course, because we're not the same thing. Mexicans are more Asian. You know what I'm saying? Míralo, tiene los ojos chinitos así. I got them round eyes. I'm good. You definitely been around Mexicans. Of course I have. Imagine your car shuts down and you're getting road head. Now, this is the weird one. And Tesla is being investigated, or they're looking very closely at it. They're saying, because of the self-drive feature the Tesla has, well, guess what? You can then make the case that it was under self-drive. Like, The Tesla autopilot, or not autopilot, a full self-drive beta, FSD, that drives you home and it obeys the laws, da 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 da. And I'm sure it has an event that says I enabled FSD, so maybe I'm wrong on that. But if you break the law, meaning go 120 in on a street somewhere, public road, and you cause an accident, I think that's the big caveat. You understand? You got to cause an accident or something for an investigation to be kicked on. So if there is no accident, I don't think anything happened because there's no event log that is a high G event or airbag deployment. So as long as you're not crashing into motherfuckers and putting in a claim, I think you're okay. But the moment you think you're going to put in a claim, I think Progressive and all the other insurances around are probably going to do their due diligence and go, if this vehicle is equipped with this system, let's request that from Ford. Ford will give it to them without any questions asked, and you are fucked when it comes time to put in a claim. Those ain't Mexicans. They're illegal in Mexico before they come here. Imagine the sex tapes or bad recordings it has from the 360 cameras. Anybody remember when PBD flogger a new 1,000 mile dark horse on dyno and recorded them removing the carbon traps? The snitch is bringing bad attention. Now, look, everybody that has a 24 Mustang that did the carbon the carbon trap delete mod, every single one of you is probably one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Think about it this way. It is an emissions item. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe you don't understand how emissions works. But a carbon trap is an emissions item. Because when the car turns off, any bleed back from the throttle body forward has to be captured by some kind of catalytic converter, some kind of air cleaner. And by removing the filters and the carbon traps, you have effectively defeated an emissions, or removed, not defeated, removed an emissions device. Think of it this way. For the dum-dums, for the really stupid motherfuckers out there. Would you record yourself cutting a catalytic converter? Yes or no? Shops out there. Would you ever record yourself going, hey, how you guys doing? Today we're going to go ahead and make another 20 horsepower on this new Mustang. What do you need? 3 things. Battery, Sawzall blade. I'm sorry, Sawzall blade, and glasses. All right, right here, right before the O2 sensor, go ahead and zap that sumbitch off. Bzzz, bzzz. Now take a pipe, put it in there, weld that bitch up. Boom, 20 horsepower. Report back next week for more tips. You would never do that. You would never, in a million years, as a shop, remove a catalytic converter from a modern vehicle because it's fucking stupid, right? So let's say you go, well, look, there's some weird carbon looking things in front of the throttle body. Let me go ahead and remove that. Okay, what do you need? A set of pliers and a drill. Oh, look, it made 0.2 more horsepower. Someone in the EPA is like, yeah, that guy. Oh, that guy. And that guy. Cool. Let me just start the paperwork now because it's retroactive. Like, it's retroactive. Oh, look, a resonator delete. So now they have noise pollution. I'm sorry, a resonator deleter. For those of you that don't know what I'm saying, it's a resonator deleter.
We have an MBRP resonator deleter.
So you could put that under the noise pollution clause. That's a noise pollution. Boom. So carbon traps, resonator deleter. And wait a minute. Y'all posted on Facebook that you put in catless headers? You put in... Dude, they posted that they removed the catalytic converters. Wait, what? Yeah, imagine the lawyer. Yeah, is there anything we need to know about before we go in there and look like complete assholes defending you? I've done everything right from the beginning. This is all just a witch hunt. Exhibit A. Is this you, sir? I don't recall. Is that how I do it? No. Stop looking at me. Okay. Is that you? Is your username 4 doors more whores? Where is your username?
Your username on TikTok was Four Doors More Whores.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is that you holding up 2 catalytic converters that are federally mandated emissions components on new Mustangs? I don't recall. We rest our case. Please show us any evidence that you are not culpable for removing emissions components and violating the Clean Air Act of 1968. Can we come to an agreement, some kind of plea deal? Okay, then look, don't call anybody. We've warned you. This show has warned you. People in the industry in the know have warned you. When I see this guy putting a diesel motor in a new Mustang and blowing black smoke out the bitch, I'm like, uh-oh. And then guess what happens? eBay Motors, who was actually out there promoting drag and drives, se jodió el party. Now they got sued for billions of dollars. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I ain't know that removing the catalytic converters was some kind of a big deal. I was trying to run back half events. With my wife's sister. It's a good thing my headers are ported and not catless. How about a classic car build? 67 Mustang Fastback. What are you talking about? Don't even worry about it. It says, I got a ticket in Collins Ave for loud exhaust on my C6, man. I was shocked. And I wasn't aware Florida had no noise pollution. Don't even worry about it, said. I got a ticket in Collins Ave. There is noise laws. There is. I went out and did 60 to 130 pulls in Mexico in the Corvette. Even in Mexico, that bitch was so effing loud in a clear, crisp night that the sound carries for a very long time. And I said, I's got to get my shit back home. Know I'm saying? And I did, because I wasn't about to, get in trouble with the cops. With 12. Update on Rob's 350R. It's there. Michael Nunn saw it. It's cool. He's made me a counter offer, removing some parts. I got to think about it. I got to think about it. There's a tuning shop out here in Cali, and they post daily about it. Twin turbo kit installs with pictures of under the customer's car and tags the owner. They're going to get a knock soon. But Alex, don't you like bold peanuts? The spicy one. Diet Dark Horse Zero car. Anybody worried about the EP going to get a list from eBay of people who purchase emissions bypassing devices like Honda or ECUs or whatever? eBay Motor Supports takeovers. They had a commercial of a kid doing donuts in a parking lot. Midnight says, I got pulled over once for my loud exhaust and loud music in my stock exhaust E92. Illinois law is 95 decibels. Stock exhaust, what violates that? Nah, I mean? So, not only is this car, just like we said on previous episodes, is this car setting you up for a trap? And a lot of you guys thought I was silly and stupid to even bring that up. And I think, well, let's do some critical thinking here, people. Please, let's think critically, okay? Car doesn't need 2 throttle bodies to make power. The GT350 Mach 1 proved that. You don't need 2 throttle bodies. So why have 2 throttle bodies and 2 mass airflow sensors? Well, to read any differential and potential tampering. And when you remove the filters totally from the cold air intakes on 24 Mustang, it throws MAF codes. Think about that. You could remove the filter on a GT350 or Mach 1 or 23 and under Mustang. Remove the filter. It won't throw any MAF codes. It'll have turbulent air and it won't drive well. But it will not throw any MAF codes unless it is trimming in or out over 30% fuel. The new Mustang, by simply removing the filter, driving it down the street and back, throws codes. So, unless you go in there and manipulate the tuning, which could or could not be legal, editable, you might be stuck with something like Whipple that has, think about it. If two MAF sensors were not hard coded into the basic operating system of a computer, why did Whipple install a blower on the S650 with two cold airs? Think about why two cold airs. Compliance. We got to make the EPA happy. We got to have two MAF sensors. Even though it has one throttle body, it has two MAF sensors. So I said, this thing is setting you up for failure. This car is a trap. And now with that video of that gentleman saying, yeah, bro, this thing has data collection like a mofo. Sacabo el party. Lo que pasa. Drifting and rolling coal caused all of this. I agree. I think drifting has more to do with takeovers than drag racing. And I think what do you call it? The amount of people that have herpes at a drifting event, any Formula One drift event or Formula Drift, is probably the same as slideshows and the herpes percentage, right? The percentage of herpes in a Formula D event is probably the same as a drifting takeover thing or a slide job. So I think drifting and slide jobs and slide shows and takeovers and dumb shit like that are like cousins. Whereas drag racing and that shit, look, when we go out racing, when I used to, because I don't do it no more because I don't have friends, because friends just want to use you for parts and shit. Friends are overrated, bro. Acquaintances. I have a lot of acquaintances. So let's say me and 10 guys, right, are like, bro, let's go out to the racetrack. There's a big strip, a straightaway, a couple blocks away. We'll meet up at racetrack. We got E85. We'll go set up the run, do the run, come back to racetrack, chill out, have a slushie or some frozen yogurt and chill out with the boys. Don't do that no more. Those guys want to go to the racetrack, do a takeover, doing figure eights around the gas pumps, then maybe go out and do a race, even if they even think about racing. The slideshow is the show. Fun fact, iRobot was a book before it was a movie. I might have to read it. Look on the bright side, says Elva Galarga. With snitching cars, more insurance companies will deny claims. That means lower insurance prices. Or actually, that's a very good point, sir. I'm thinking of taking the GT500 and the Fox off the road. GT500 has full cover, the whole 9 yards. The Fox body has, the basic antique plates, the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, I don't drive these cars on the street. These aren't street cars. One has literally slicks. The other one makes, I think, over 1,100. It's useless to have both of these cars on the road. The Z01 is a completely different thing, and they don't report back to nobody. Neither does the Fox. So if I'm going to keep any car on the road and save on insurance, because insurance is expensive, probably going to be the Z01 and the Escalade. That's it. And I'll never insure the hush money. That if I ever get it on the road, I'll never insure that thing. Are takeovers drivers talented in their own kind of way? Is hitting people and hitting the wall drifting for cool points? I don't know. Like when I see people at a drift event tout the fact that someone gets really close to the wall, I'm like, okay. Like he had to have damaged that car many times to be able to know how far that wall is away. I'm not a big fan of scratch and paint. I'm sorry, call me crazy. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that's gonna be up there and be like, oh, shit happened. You just scratch your shit up doing drifting, and you're not that guy. Your herpes sore hurts you mid drift, and you kick the clutch wrong, and then you end up in the wall. No, thank you, I'm good. Are you saying my Dark Horse is gonna auto connect to my Pornhub account? I wonder to what extent the new collection data has on your phone. I'm sure it knows SMS or text data. I'm sure it knows if you were watching YouTube. But I don't know if it knows what website. Yeah, you have an IP address. So imagine it knows your IP and what IP was playing. You're in the middle of watching a Latina get piped down. Red bone black chick getting dogged out by BBC. Like, wow, what a crazy, like, it used to be like girl blows dude. I'm like, okay. Now it's like, like an a la carte menu. It's like slightly mixed black guy with big hog bangs redheaded black chick with pimples on her ass. I'm like, sheesh, this has gotten super a la carte. They get extra points for getting pans. Alex, those are battle scars. At least they'll be able to track how many people won't use the drift stick. Theo says, DJ, do you have any opinion on the ESS G3R? Oh, 1900 CFM compared to the 1600. Can you make, are you ready to make 1200 horsepower today? Or do you have a stock bottom end pump gas car with an engine cold air intake? DJ, no offense. Tell me what's done in your car, and I'll tell you if you need to worry about the G3R. The phone tries to connect for sure. Once they get that profit margin, they'll never give it up. Insurance won't go down. Drifting has been overplayed for a long time. YouTube has been oversaturated with it, with the content creators like Adam LZ, TJ Hunt, etc. Don't watch any of those either. Ford is getting more data logs than Lund. Exactly. Donkey Horse, incognito mode. Duh. One more reason to have a VPN. It's going to know if you're a fetish. Doug kind of likes the Dark Horse. Mandingo versus Petite Latina. Bro, and then it disappears. I'm like, it's in your chest. Honey, it's in your chest. So I don't know what you're made of. Definitely don't watch YDBT live shows on YouTube when I'm driving to and from work. No, I think my show is good to watch if you're on the treadmill at the gym and you just want to hear and talk. If you're on the treadmill, if you're on the bike for a half hour to 45 minutes, and the podcast. That's why I upload every show on the podcast. It's good to watch or listen there. But I'm not a big fan of Ford specifically. I told you guys I was done with new Ford, and that doesn't mean new Ford Mustang. I'm done with new F-150, F-350, F-450. Anything that Ford comes out with, I don't care about because of the way they have run the company. Actually, I think Bill Ford, if I'm not mistaken, the other day had a message to say about the UAW stuff, and I understand the politics he's playing. But I was a little disappointed he didn't take a harder stance against the UAW demands. He's like, you deserve more money. We deserve more money. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting Toyota, Tesla, and GM. Meanwhile, they're bankrupting your shit. YouTube made drifting look like the next big thing. Who even talks about it now? It's not even big YouTubers anymore because it's not racing. It's not competitive. So when you have something that is judged, nobody really cares about it because it's subject to judging. See, in boxing, it's judged, but you can knock the guy out, or it is very clear that you're winning. Very clear, unless there's corruption. In drifting, if it's somewhat close, and then some guy gets, maybe it's similar to boxing then. Is there a way of knocking somebody out in drifting? You're going to get ads for oil change, tire changers, and fluid change on those tablets. Say it with your chest. I usually listen to the show on the way to school. Dual intake, dark horse, bangs blonde Camaro, girl hard. I just don't, I'm just not a fan of insurance companies and small municipalities that need money tap into this market and say, poof, what a revenue stream. Sheesh. We don't have to do anything. We could just mail out. We can just mail out tickets. So in Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Turnpike has tolls, obviously, and you have to stop. But now they've gone to an electric system similar to what they do here in Florida. So let's say theoretically, in Sunrise, you pass one of those transponders, boop, boop, and the next transponder is 80 miles away, and you got there in 45 minutes. It can do simple math and go, motherfucker, if it's 80 miles away, you have to be going 80 miles an hour to get to it. And you got there in 45 minutes. So what's to say that with this data collection, that it all just kind of intertwines and starts just auto mailing you tickets? Right now, if you take a right turn and don't do a full stop in certain parts of the country, you'll get a ticket automatically in the mail with a video link saying, oh, here, you ran the red light. You didn't come to a full stop during that red light. You did one of those slow creep and then took off. That's happening already. What's to say that they're not going to turn on this system and then start giving you tickets for speeding on the turnpike or speeding in general because the camera knows the speed limit in the area you're in and how fast you're above it, and it boop auto reports. Or Progressive says, let's just do a batch. Let's just hit a button and do a batch. Boop, blam. Here's a batch of people that have gone 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. Let's send them all warnings. Have you seen any centrifugal supercharged F-150s come up to launch for tuning? No. Other than the Pro Charger not wanting to snap my crank? No. Only Pro Charger. That's all I've seen. ESS still doesn't have a kit. Again, now you know why I got rid of my truck. Nothing against ESS. I think they're doing great. But when they said to me, Alex, we're developing a supercharger for a F-150. Would you be interested in trying one out? I'm like, absolutely. I waited a year. I could have put a Whipple on it. I could have put an Odin on it. I could have put an E-Force on it, which probably is the best way to go because it's a truck, so you need torque. But no, I said, I'm going to be loyal to ESS and see how that goes. No y un carajo. I was like, I'm out of here. It's better than traffic jams, and all your city has to do is call forward to everyone, ask them who was speeding, mails tickets to everyone. I know Nestor Barrio said something. I think Haggerty has like $71 a month, Alejandro Flores. I have it on my 67, not a bad deal. We're taking a look. Thank you. I appreciate that. Forward knowing what the compilations I'm watching while drifting. Well, the S650 mods, if you have, okay. Will the S650 report if you have someone in the trunk? Very good. Inside baseball shit. In France, we have radars capable of seeing if you are on your phone or even eating and sending a ticket home and taking points off your license. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm glad New York already has that. There's no such thing as privacy anymore. New York State has been doing auto tickets with a screenshot of you for years. There you go. And what I'm saying is speeding or red lights. Red lights have been around for 10, 15 years. More. Red light cameras that automatically mail you a ticket. And I heard that those are like third-party things. So you can tell them to suck the fat bicho. I'm like, vete pa la mierda, fuck you and your ticket. Because they're not actually reporting it to the DMV or anything like that. That could be wrong. Christian Jacobson says, love the show. I lost my 5th gen Camaro SS to a crash. You lost it to a crash. You mean I crashed my SS Camaro and I totaled it, or someone hit you? Now I'm looking at get a Mustang. Should I get an S550 or an older S197 GT500? Christian Jacobson, it all depends on what you want to do. If you want to modify a vehicle, a solid rear axle, and you're going to do mostly drag racing and stick shift stuff, GT500. If you want the best riding, best driving, more refined chassis, the S550 is where it's at. The junkie company I run has those smart cameras that read the speed limit and can tell you if you're in a construction zone. And it phones home to a company. Luckily, I have old cameras. Definitely check out Haggerty. Gave my 65 Fastback and an 03 Cobra on it. SF50 has been stitching on us for telling you on Dr. Mondragon Fetish. Yes, that bitch got the biggest. Oh, she got a rack on her, bro. And culito. She's good. I like her. She's like thick everywhere. I wouldn't date her. Pa meter, you know? Like dating someone, you got to be like into them. They got to be like beautiful and nice and sweet. But pa meter, una gordita se joda. Who cares? Land of the free ain't so free no more. Yeah. So, by the way, Gen Z, y'all motherfuckers better get ready. You're going to war. That's right. You got selective service signed up? Yep. You're going to war. My old ass, 45-year-old ass, I'm hoping I don't get called up because I'm 45. I'm important. I'm somebody. Someone hit you. Okay, so Christian, depends on what you want to do. If you want to drag race and stick shift stuff, solid rear axle, GT500, cool. If you want to have probably one of the most refined chassis ever, S550 and up is pretty badass. It's that much of a leap over the S197. It's a Black Swan moment. There is nothing that resembles Mustang from 14 to 15. Like, they don't resemble each other. It's like totally different dads. I lost my ex-girlfriend to cheating. This is Nito Diaz. Speed ticket cameras in Maryland have been around for a decade. No points, just to fine since it's not caught in person. I feel bad for the people who have an S650. And then plug in the insurance company OBD2 to save money. It's like getting DP'd and asking for more. California putting up speed cameras on the highway. The company I work for has cameras for the drivers, and it tells my boss if they vape in the truck. I I have a nice set of headlights on one of my rides too. Okay, cool. I paid for 2 tickets at 2 separate times in Tennessee for speeding through intersection 40 in a 30. Justin says, I got no turn on red ticket in the mail from a camera. My car was being serviced for a recall. The tech was driving it. It would have cost me a lawyer to fight it. What do you mean, what war? Are you not paying attention? Do people not understand that we're about to go to war with Iran? Okay, maybe I must admit, maybe you guys are not news junkies like I am. Do you not understand that we're about to go to war with Iran? And if Iran starts popping off on dumb shit because they attacked our embassies, Russia is looking to get involved, and then China's going to go, oh, look at that, it's Taiwan. Man, I've been trying to get into Taiwan's, I'm trying to get into Taiwan's nuts. It tastes so good. Yo, Alex, what's the idea with the twin turbo California don't care. It's talking Gen 2 turbo stuff. I'm not doing anything. Okay? I considered a plaid. A lot of you raised good points and really, really, really bad points. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to get anything, it will be a plaid Model S. In order to get myself into another S550, you got to understand the Mustang crowd just turns me the fuck off. Big time. But I understand. Alex, don't worry about them. Just do you. Don't worry about it. You got to understand, I have to be motivated. And if I'm not motivated to bring you content that you guys might use, the last thing I need is to buy a Gen 2 S550 and do a build series, and you guys are mad that I'm not putting bags on it. You guys are wondering why I'm not putting BMR parts on it. I'm telling you what works. And you guys are like, no, Facebook said you got to put these red parts in it. And I'm like, no, you don't. So then they go, I'd rather go to TikTok and have videos be shown to me by a kid that straight up lies about his car. But it's believable because it's so outrageous. So I think on the Mustang front that way, I think I've already done it. I've already done it with the red car. The red car has been there, done that. I gave you an NA build series. I gave you TVS content. I gave you content when it was Jean Grey. I gave you content when it was that car. I have given you, and I gave you S550 Gen 3 stick content. So what the hell else am I going to do? Just turbocharge an S550 and do basically the same thing but quicker? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I have, it's not that it's a bad content maker. I have no motivation to do that. That's all. Pa meter la golita se joda. Alex Flores. Amen. Pa meter. Pa una relación completely different. But pa meter la golita se joda. Broke my rear end logging for lunch. Be back in a few days, says Daniel Vaca. Garage Bukhari says, why did JB send money to people we're about to go to war? Exactly. He ran to China because China keeps getting closer and closer. I definitely understand. Thank you. Taiwan, you smell so good. Oh, look at over there, Taiwan. You used to, we own you. No, you don't. The U.S. gave us an Iron Dome. And now all of a sudden, millennials that are mid-vape. What's this? Drafted? For real, Yeah. For real, dickhead. Suit up, bitch. I want to see those feminists get drafted. The Mustang, Lambo doors. Hey, Tio, should I test drive a new M3 comp or M4 comp? Don't know. Don't care. I don't know anything about them. I think Tesla interest rate is 7.5. Yes, it's on the high side. Have you ever considered a carbureted Voodoo? Yes, I've only talked about a bazillion times. And it's not cheaper because a Voodoo off pocket is $20,000. Can't finance that. I can end up in a Model S Plaid off pocket. 45, 10 grand. Then $1,500 a month for like 6 years. Easy. 4,500 down, 6,000 or more in taxes or more. And then I have a 1,000 horsepower sedan. I buy a $20,000 Voodoo. Now I got to come up with, I don't know, $10,000 more in parts. About a year or two in labor. Got to do the chassis in hush money. Probably another $12,000 in that. And what do I have? A 10 or 9 second piece of shit Fox body that smells like gasoline when I'm in it. I mean, look, obviously we're comparing apples to oranges. Hush money to me needs to be done right. Tubular stuff, good stuff. You know, I don't want it to come out and be another 9-second car. Okay. If hush money comes out, it's going to be a 7-second or quicker car. And if it don't, it'll stay under a car cover until I feel like it's not under car cover. Until I feel like taking it off. The Mustang crowd, for the majority, is comparable to the Cletards. Case in point. I was bounced out of a Mustang group for speaking truth on the S650. Yes, drafted. My back, my neck. Exactly. What happens if you get drafted and don't show? You go to jail, Papa. You go to jail. Especially if you signed up for selective service. Dang, Pookie got drafted. Who finna slide on the ops now? I already did my 4 years. No draft for me. How is the Dark Horse faster around the track than the GT500? How is the Dark Horse faster around the track than the GT500? How is the Dark Horse around the track faster than the GT500? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, which track? You're telling me a carbon fiber track pack. Listen up. You're telling me a carbon fiber track pack, because that's the highest tier, GT500, is slower around VIR than a Dark Horse? Please make that make sense. Go to VIR in a carbon fiber track pack GT500 and then put the highest trim Dark Horse. Please don't you dare tell me that this thing, that the Dark Horse is quicker. Please stop the fucking cap with that bullshit. I saw a beautiful black 16 Viper GTS calling your name for 110K. Can a Gen 1 Coyote handle 700 horsepower, wheel or crank? About wheel with the 85, but I wouldn't really count on it long term. Can't get drafted if you're in jail for cutting off your cats. Hey. And you know what? They're not meeting recruitment goals. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to overlook that. Throttle House. Oh my God. They had a base GT500 in a very small, tight track, dude. See, Justin Gully, the problem is you're gullible. A small, tight track. And you a Miata. So what would you say if I told you a modified Miata is quicker around a small tight track than a Dark Horse? You would say, what a stupid comparison, Alex. That makes no sense. One is a light, small car in a tight, small course. And then if I was to say, take that GT500 to VIR, a track where you can hit 140 in the top end. And put a Dark Horse up against it in that track. Imagine saying that the Dark Horse is a better car because it goes around cones in a Walmart parking lot better than a 760 horsepower GT500. Please bring your logic skills up. You sound super stupid. Love you. I'm not trying to be a dick, but you sound really stupid with that argument. Iraq War, they sent Marines on their way to prison for violent crime. They needed everyone. Right. If you've done jail time and you get drafted, they need everybody. You're going. Who cares? It's still lost. Who cares? It's still lost. You see how stupid you are? See, and guys, please, everyone in the chat, Justin Gully is the person I don't want to cater to because he believes it's a religion to him, right? Mustangs are a religion to some people. The new one is always better. And in almost every video I've seen on the internet and almost every metric I've seen, every S550 beats every S650 mod for mod. 350R beat the ever-living shit out of a Dark Horse, and it wasn't even close. But people are going, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 700 horsepower versus 500 horsepower. See how stupid he is? Justin Gully, do you know the difference between, because you're obviously super smart, do you know the difference between VIR and Throttle House's track? Do you know the difference? If you don't know the difference, go back to the Anything Coyote forums, go back to Mustang 6G, and suck that dick over there. This chat is advanced. This is an advanced chat. We are not on the dumb shit like, Throttle House track? By that metric, the PP2 Mustang was quicker than the GT500. And then you use that logic to buy the car, right? You're like, oh yeah, I'm on 95 in my Dark Horse. Oh look, a GT500. This thing was faster around the road course than that. GT500 goes, do you want to raise? No, this is faster around Throttle House's track. It's not worth it. That's how they think. I want nothing. Exactly, Garage Build Coyote. VIR is a power track. So if you were to say, okay, by that logic, let's take that same Dark Horse and that same GT500 to VIR and tell me who wins there. I guarantee the GT500 beats it by 6 seconds or more. Jacob De Leon gives him a 1. A religion is the S and the 95 is the... I don't know what the fuck he just saying. Bro, everything you're feeling now about Mustang and building cars is me about my 18 Whipple stick build. There are days I'm like, fuck this car. I want to get a Model S Plaid or a 911 and keep it stock. Do you know how many guys I've seen with... Do you know how many guys I've seen... Well, yeah, exactly. That modify super high-end cars. R8, GTR, V3s, Vipers. And I'm saying they take it all the way to ZR1s. They take it all the way to the end. 11, 12, 1300 horsepower. And you know when they had the most fun with those cars? When it was making about 850. 5 to low 5 seconds, 60 to 130. Pump E85. Get it anywhere. No special bullshit. No ice. No nothing. Just a very nice 800 horsepower, nice wheels, tastefully modified vehicles. They look back at those days and go, that's when I had the most fun in my car. Now my 1400 horsepower R8 is useless. In setting 1, it makes 1,000. It's dumb. I can't race anybody. It needs a lot of maintenance. If I want to go wide open throttle, I have to be under the assumption that it can blow up at any time. Where at 800 to 900 horsepower, that car was like, oh, give me more, daddy. It's all good. Just his mom used him as a soft spot in the ashtray when he was a baby. Woof. You were the one promoting Throttle House last week. Oh, my Lord, you were so stupid. I put up a Dark Horse versus a PP2 Mustang. I put up a Dark Horse versus a Camaro NA. I put up a Mach 1 versus a Dark Horse. I put up a GT versus a Camaro. NA versus NA versus NA. Your smooth as fuck brain thinks, oh, well, it's faster than the GT500, so it's quicker than the GT500, so it's a better car. You see, I can't talk to people like you because your brain is fucking fried, bro. I mean, and your last name does not end in an EZ. So I'm blown away by that. Gullible. I bet Justin's math class had 3 teachers. Alice, I can't believe people are still buying the Dark Horse. See, a lot of people, Can I Be Frank says, Gully, different tools for different jobs. You don't use the jackhammer to put up shelves. Wait, can I be frank? Be careful. You're going to make his brain think. And he might have a fucking aneurysm. He might have people don't understand that. You know what I mean? Imagine you haven't... Imagine... Imagine you need to torque something to a specific spec. So you use a torque wrench, right? And you go, because it's more refined, it has internal mechanisms that can measure the leverage that you're giving it to, and it goes click, click, or it beeps. Beep. And it is now tight up to the manufacturer's spec. Justin Gully will go, brrr! It's faster. Tight is tight. You can't bring those people into the light. You understand? These are the same people that when an alien lands, right? Beep, 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 beep. Hello. You are part of a bigger thing. You are part of a, completely different race made out of goo somewhere in the alpha sector. And you can now see the vastness of the universe. Justin Gully be like, I gotta go to work tomorrow, bro. No, stupid. There's more to life. Money doesn't matter. You can live for 300 years. No, I gotta be at the oil rig tomorrow out of Louisiana. I can't. I'm sorry. You can't bring them into the light. Those people are meant to be, the guys that cut my grass. They're not free thinkers. They're stuck in a vacuum, a little subsection of Mustang culture. He still says Stang. Like anybody that says Stang, immediate disqualification. Immediate disqualification. Hey, nice Stang. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. What? Yeah, it's not a Stang. I'm going to read it because it literally tells you everything you need to know about Justin Gully. I never said it was a better car. I just said the Dark Horse beat the GT500. I'm total houses track. And you're calling me ignored. I guess they're stupid too. THE apostrophe RE. They're, actually, he got that right. They're THE RE, but he says total houses track and you're calling me ignored. Of course, you're retarded. You're retarded. I didn't call you ignorant. I said you're stupid. There's a difference. There's a difference. Ignorant people know better. That's why they ignore. Ignorant people know for a fact that certain things should be this way, and yet they go, So you're ignorant because you know better. You assume that you know better. You're not ignorant. You're just stupid. Eric Hill says, Justin, it was a non-track pack GT500. It had inferior tires, made a huge difference at the track. Just like Alex said, their track is small and tight and bumpy. Not a complete picture. No, man. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. Dark Horse, then why is the Dark Horse faster around Trotter House's track than a non-performance GT500 with Blizzax? the tires don't matter. 760 horsepower is slower than 500 horsepower. Like, I can't go to a meet and hear that shit. I can't go to a meet and meet those people and try to talk to them. Hey, I got a question, Alex. On one of your episodes, you said the Dark Horse sucks, but it beat a GT500. Tell me about that. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to unpack like physics, logic, tires, track size, and I don't have the time. No, thank you. Potential UAW part-time scammer says Justin works less than 32 hours a week. Justin probably watches Stang mode. Daryl. I remember that. That was good. They pointed out that the GT500 was on the shit PS4 tires. No, it doesn't matter. 700 horsepower versus 500 horsepower. 500 horsepower wins. You calling me ignored. You calling me ignored. Justin Gluck Gluck sounds like the words out of the brochure. Derek Eckroth says, Mama said I could be anything when I grow up. Justin. Hellcats and Trackhawks. Justin wants a 40% raise. Justin Gully Bull. Exactly. Are we going to have like a new character? We already have Admiral Peck. We already have Turuviate. Because Turuviate got his act straight. Like he got a regular job. He was just like, hey, I'm sick of flipping all these stupid hash browns for these rappers that come in at 3 a.m. You know? So now we have Justin Gullible. Justin voted for Biden. Justin kind of guy who put the 2020 GT500 body kit on the S197. You know, there are people out there that are doing that. And I love you. And most of them are Mexican. Please stop that. Please stop that puro pinche 956 a la verga, cuz GT500 2020 GT500 front end on a S197.
Puro pinche 956 a la verga, cuz.
Justin, just read the logos for Fords. Anthony says Turvey ascended. He is now Super Turvey. He has hit his final form. We have now seen his final form. Turvey was out there literally saying, I'm gonna build me a badass, you know, and he had like an Explorer that was trashed in his grandmother's like lawn, and he had a jacked up radiator hose bursted on the engine bay, new gen piece of junk. So, you know, I loved him, and then I saw his welds, and I'm like, this guy's great. But I think now we have Justin Gullible in the house. So we'll have to make what song or entry music should we have for Justin Gullible? You calling me ignored? You're calling me ignored. Oh, yeah, Alex? It's faster around Throttle House's track. Are you calling me ignored? Turvey realized his car was slow and needs money to go fast. Zimbabwe champion says, I miss Turvey. Me too. I miss him. He was so stupid. I loved it. Should I share the video of the carbon fiber track pack ruining my life on Road America? It's insane how fast they are. Bentley, are you a Patreon member? If not, don't just email it. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. ydbt4life all together at gmail.com. Send me that video. And then I'm going to show Justin Gullible how on a straightaway, this car keeps up with a GT3. Remember Speed Phenom? Okay, let's do it. Speed Phenoms. He speaks weird. He has like a weird speech thing. Speed Phenom. And it says GT500 versus GT3. And he wasn't that far behind. Let me see. GT500 versus GT3. Speed Phenom. GT500, because he had a 2020 GT500 versus GT3. Yeah, this is a short. So, volume warning. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. He's right up his ass. Look at that, he's right up his ass. But the dark horse. So you're telling me look at that. Come on, man. But the dark horse. Bro, this motherfucker passed a fucking Porsche GT3, okay? In a non-carbon fiber track pack GT500. Please be quiet when you start talking about turning tracks and saying that Throttle House is like a legit turning track. It's like a farm with road cut in it. It's not a track. Is he a trust fund baby? I always wondered what kind of money the dude made because his channel is not huge. His channel is twice as big as mine. Mine is tiny. But he gets like 30,000 views an episode and something like that. And sometimes when it's a really good, like when he gets a Z06 or something, or a C8 on the track and he shows track videos, he does well. But not enough to have those cars. You know what I'm saying? Dark Horse is a flop, absolutely. Throttle House has a track. Justin, checkmate. Justin Gully song, Blues Clues intro. I don't know the Blues Clues intro. I that's beyond Blues Clues intro. Is that like a cartoon? Oh, it is a cartoon? What's the intro of Blues? Like Turvey has like a powerful intro. This is slow as fuck. Can you guys? We need a Justin Gullible intro. Chatting late. It's crazy how many people advertise they're running no cats and asking for tunes with no cats. Lots of dum-dums out there. Then argues with the people that it'll run just fine. Only a code, right? It may be tiny, but it gets the job done. Hey, yo. Don't you bring Sweet Taylor into this? I know what you're talking about. Alex, yours is just right. The big one's hurt. Hey, yo. That's funny. I didn't realize I said that. But Alex, the GT500 had a better tire. No, it didn't. I think he has a Pilot a 4, like the stock one, if I'm not mistaken. Most of them are Mexican. We need Fake Shelby to do the intro. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let's 11 labs. 11labs.io. So let me see if we can have Mr. Shelby. Let's see Mr. Shelby come in. Shelby. Here we go. Shelby. Voice settings. Okay. So Justin Gullible. Okay. So this is Carol Shelby saying something about Justin Gullible.
Justin Gullible sucks dick with his asshole.
Oh, I gotta mess with the settings. Default. Let's go to default settings.
Justin Gullible sucks dick with his asshole.
Whoa, Mr. Shelby. Oh man, Mr. Shelby is wild. We gotta be careful. Mr. Shelby can get a little out of hand. I suggest I Want to Break Free by Queen, but the intro has to hit hard, okay? Maybe my Gen 1 is catalyst. No check engine light. Ooh, bought it that way. Owner didn't know, and it didn't know, and I didn't ask any further questions. There you go. Tell the dealer they're liable. Who cares? Give them the Nature Boy entrance song. Stopping by to leave a like. Catch the VOD in the morning. Haggerty Channel raced the GT500 track pack or carbon pack versus GT3 RS. And the Stang lost by 2/10 at Willow Springs. Not bad at all. But Alex. Oh, here we go. 500 horsepower is more than 700 horsepower. Said Mr. Shelby, do you think 500 horsepower is more than 700 horsepower?
500 GP is more than 700, said every retarded motherfucker named Justin.
Oh my God. Why'd you say GP? Why didn't you say horsepower? I don't understand that, Mr. Shelby. It's weird.
500 horsepower is more than 700, said every retarded motherfucker named Justin.
Oh my God. But what were you... My God, Mr. Shelby, you are psycho. John Cena's theme. Alex, mete la canción de Chavo el Ocho. Chavo el Ocho! Oh, good. So, Chavo del Ocho was a show that, like a Spanish show of a guy that was dressed up like in a bumblebee outfit and he was like retarded. Oh, fucking Chavo el Ocho. Let me see. This is the intro music to, in 1978, Chavo el Ocho.
Este es el programa número 1 de la televisión.
Oh, no, I need to just hear the song. Just the song. I don't want the guy, Chavo el Ocho. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I remember this as a kid. Oh, my God, Chavo el Ocho. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. And Chavo el Ocho. Anytime Justin Gullible comes on, we're playing El Chavo del Ocho. Is he still talking somewhere? Where is he? Abortion song because his mom almost aborted him. Circus music should be the intro, followed by fake Shelby, Gold Dust theme, Kurt Angle's You Suck music. At work, I'll watch the replay tonight. Drop a like if you haven't. Justin needs something dumb like Baby Got Brap by T-Pain. You gotta stop it. Justin Gully's mom says, we're from Utah, as white as they come. No idea why the show this is, but this symbolizes my son. Whoa. Don't talk about Chapulín Colorado like that. He's Superman's son. Chavo should be his own theme song. El Chacal de Don Francisco. Oh, my Lord. Justin rocking back and forth right now in the shower, wondering why everyone picks on him. Chavo el Ocho is absolutely going to be his intro music. Yeah. This is the best thing about this chat. We are, okay. Fair warning to anybody that comes into this chat. You gotta know your shit. And you can't make dumb comparisons like, oh, the Dark Horse beat the GT500 around 300 horse track. Do you think like that? You gotta come correct and you gotta do some research. This is advanced. This is like legit advanced shit. Like, we're not gonna go out there and go, S650 is better than S550. That is just ridiculous, okay? And I don't care how fast anybody went. I don't give a shit how fast anybody went. Unless they make an A to B or apples to apples comparison with the previous generation with the same mods, I don't care what they did with the newest shit. It doesn't matter to me. You got to come correct on this chat or you get the treatment. Justin got to be talking shit in Facebook groups. I can't believe Alex, him and Tony full hard on, are like, yeah, let's get together and start a page and talk shit about Alex. 2 members. Bump Your Brakes at Chavo is a national treasure. Justin's mom just went upstairs or called him upstairs. Careful, Justin might call your boss next. Bro, I hope people try to get me fired, bro. Because I know seniors got my back because I don't overstep. Like, okay, I understand that maybe there is some undesirable attention that Lund might get because of the show, but I would think the positive outweighs the negative. You know what I mean? If there's 85% positive, meaning I'm a good representative for the brand, meaning I bring business in there, I can filter information down to the general population and inform you guys. But 15% of the guys are like, Justin, they'll take that shit off. Lund doesn't advertise. When was the last time you saw Lund pay for something, a commercial, a paid spot on Facebook, an ad on Instagram? Never. Dark Horse got smoked by the 350, Justin. No chance versus the GT500. Justin Martinez says, Throttle House also said the gay horse was on only faster because of the tires. Yes. He said if the Mach 1 had the Trofeos, he said the Mach 1 would have been faster. We now have the three-headed monster, Turvey, Peck, and Justin, with Mike H for backup since he's not busy working 40 hours a week. Justin posts anonymous on anything Coyotes. If you're part of the initiated, then you've been flamed at least once. Call it a rite of passage. Exactly. The person that made the most out of being flamed was Turvey. Turvey literally went in there and said, I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to embrace the fact that I'm getting made fun of, and he rolled with the punches. Admiral Peck rolled with the punches. Like, you got to roll with it. It happens. Cued the fired from the Cat in the Hat when Justin calls. He don't like it talking. He don't call it talking shit for no reason. Right. Justin is typing his email to Mr. Lund right now because you hurt his feeling and his bussy. Dio, can we talk about the Grey Goose clip on IG of 1,700 horsepower? Sheesh. Okay. I'm not aware. I am not aware. So let's go to Instagram because the Grey Goose is ready. It hit the dyno today. We're trying to make a rental tonight. We're trying to make a rental Friday or something. And if everything goes well, we got to be rolling and on the road by Sunday to make it to Maryland by like Tuesday or Wednesday. Not that it takes 2 days to get there, but in my opinion, we should leave no later than Monday, in my opinion. Okay, so volume warning. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on. Can I make this bigger? How come I can't go to Lund Racing? There we go. 7. Wait, it's a story? No. How come I don't see it? Here we go. So it says here, the Grey Goose 6R test mule, new combo is ready for the track. Details to come later in later posts. Enjoy the sounds of freedom for now. Still, an OEM computer. Boy, Junior, I don't know how the hell you're able to make power only reading spark and fuel. Still a 6R80 with a 4R hub. Oh, this is on 5 to 6 less PSI boost than before, and we made the same power as before. Efficiency was the goal, and we feel like we nailed it. Man, look, beautiful. I like that shit. And this is another clip here. Oh, Lord. And this is on 5 to 6 less PSI, wet deck, FFRE motor, new custom turbo system by Senior and a guy that welds. So Senior had a lot to do with it. Okay. Senior outlined everything on this car with the help of a very talented welder that would come by part-time. So this is 100% Senior's baby. Look at that. She's looking fine as fuck. Turbos placed inward more. We're able to move these around so we can use these for thrust. So you can actually point these up. And by pointing them up, it'll actually bring the force down. So anti-wheelie or wheelie control, you can say. So yeah, badass. I wasn't aware. I was just working and I just saw that right now. Did you do any pulls this past weekend? The weather was awesome from Palm Beach. Yes, Nestor, tomorrow, for everyone that wonders, 60 to 130 pulls in the Corvette. The GT500 cannot make pulls on the street. I have to really be careful, or I have to go so far west in Mexico. I'm saying so far west where there's no traffic, favorable roads, and open conditions that it doesn't make sense if anything goes wrong. I have to go almost an hour west to find suitable roads, and I'm not willing to do that. So it'll go on the dyno, make some power on the dyno, and then I'll go ahead and take it to the track whenever I get it. Exactly, the N gauge. This thing is being logged with an N gauge. It's got a AEM data logger thing, but the main logs are pulled from the N gauge. The only other log we look at is boost control, and that's the what's the AMS. So you pull the AMS boost control logs and every other set of data, spark and fuel, we get from the N gauge. OBD2. We don't have any aftermarket fancy fucking data logger. It's the same shit you and I can log. Why do we do that? Because we live in the stock ECU sandbox. Put Holly in it, be like every other dumb motherfucker out there. We can put like anything else, any aftermarket standalone, and be like every motherfucker out there. We live in the stock ECU sandbox. So if we can go sixes, you can go sixes. That's why we do this. Cherry got bullied into a grown man because of this chat. he better type that email to senior fast to the library is about to close and he'll close his internet access. But can it hang at the track? I don't know. Can it hang at the track, Justin? Where's that guy to correct that it's only 1691 and not 1700? Like when my guy said 699, not 700. I think I have it here somewhere. The hat. 699, not 700. My white car. 795, not 800. I'm like, okay. Alice, I'll trade you my boss for the GT500. Okay, give me your boss. I'll give you my GT500. And you owe me $25,000 on top of that. How's that? Your car, $25,000. I'll give you my GT500. Thank God I still have my N-Gauge exactly. The N-Gauge is a forbidden fruit these days, not for sale. 500 horsepower beats 1600 at the track. But would the dark horse run a better time on a road course than the Grey Goose? Exactly. He's back. Cue the music. He's back? Where is he? Oh, it's Justin Gully's mom. I thought I took your computer away. How are you commenting? Wait, is he here? Where is he? I don't see him. Justin. Oh, there you go. Do you think this car would be competitive against Brett LaSala? No. Brett LaSala's car is a lot lighter. It says Justin Gully's mom. That's Justin Gully's mom. No, Brett LaSala's car is lighter. It has a better rear end setup. It's got a 4-link. Ours is a 3-link. His car, I think, is going to be a good half second ahead or more. Like, I think our goal with a 6R80 is 6.9. Once the Turbo 400 goes in there, I think it'll live in the 6.7, 6.8 range. 6.6. I don't think Senior's car at 3,200 pound race weight or more. Actually, it's close to 3,300 pound race weight with him in it and full tank of gas. I don't think it'll go 650s or 640s. Would you ever build the GT40 replica with a Coyote? Absolutely. Absolutely. This chat is proof that bullying works. Alex, where can you sell the car without getting lowballed to death? About to kneecap myself. Honestly, I have hesitated putting the GT500 on any social media or any for sale sites because I know I'm just going to get inundated with a bunch of idiots. I'd like to go to the rental. I don't think we're going to announce when the rental is. And we'd rather not have an audience. We don't want to have an audience. We don't want that pressure, man. No, you just had him up there on the screen. I did. I thought that was his mom. Justin, is your mom single? Says Mango Brian. Or Brain. He's in the chat. Said roll racing gay as fuck. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Perfection takes time. Go to the guys that put that time in. Cue Mr. Shelby. Because of your show, I bought a PMAS Fender World Lund and it runs good. Hey, Chuck 21 GT. I appreciate that very much. Alice, would you buy a high mile 34 GT500, 80, 100,000 miles or stay away? It depends on what I'm going to do with it. Weekend car, chill out with it. Maybe choppity chop one day and just kind of put a new clutch in it and just maintain it. Sure, why the hell not? Not as long as it's been good oil changes and taken care of and the transmission isn't grinding. Why the hell not? Oh, 11-second clip said, Justin commented that roll racing is gay as fuck. Got it. Well, that means he's not taking the chat too seriously. That's good on him. I don't know when Lund Racing laughed at me when I asked them to tune my car with a Holly 650 in it and it had spark and fuel too. So that's an inside joke. I'm not going to explain it. But, you know, it's one of those things that... It's one of those things. Lund doesn't get any respect from the race car community, right? They look down at us and go, yeah. And then when they see what we deal with, right? Stock computer, 6R80. We have stock computer cars in the 6s. We're probably going to be the first 6R80 in the 6s with the Grey Goose. So people go... Meanwhile, they carry around a pocket full of different jets. They got 17 stators in the trailer. You know, they take the trans out every pass, whatever. We're not playing in the same sandbox. So there is a level of disrespect that I am hyper aware of. So whenever I hear anybody talk out of their asshole about what Lund Racing does and not know a goddamn thing about what Lund Racing does, I got a problem with it, and I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit on it for a long time. Fuck all that. So if everything goes well with the Grey Goose, you're gonna WCF, yes. And if everything goes well, I'll be there also, helping the crew. I'm not here. I'm not there to do video. I'm there to help them. Vengeance clutch review. Why? What's Steel doing? That car makes me pee jingle. It looks like a Billy Badass tube chassis S197 bodied car. Clutch review. Don't buy spec safe stream McLeod and billet flywheel. This shit is hard to drive. TDC tomorrow? Yes. Eliza's? Absolutely. How far do you think that stock ECU is going to go, and what if would be the limitation? Matt class? I don't see any limitation. I think we can make 2,000 horsepower and up with a stock ECU as long as the MAF sensor reads. If the MAF sensor reads, bro, sky's the limit. If not, we can convert it to MAP, F-150 computer. As long as the MAP sensor doesn't melt, sky is the limit. So, if this stock computer car goes, we already have a stock computer car, Brian Luna goes 6s with a power glide. So if we get the Grey Goose 6R in the 6s, it's easier to go 6s in a Turbo 400 than a 6R80. 1, longevity. 2, the gears are commanded by a handle, not the computer or the shift pressures. So if it goes 6.9, stock computer 6R80, watch out. It'll be a 660 car with a Turbo 400 very, very quickly. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Someone said that there's a GT40 with a 5.2. It was on Autotopia, Luna La Luz. And I just want a Gen 2 Coyote Swap S09 S197 with a single turbo 6R80. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit today. We asked if the S650 is a snitch. We outlined, I sent you the video, I put the link up, and I told you guys and made the case why the S650 is a snitch-ass car. And if they flip the switch, this thing can report back anything that has happened by an event or engine braking or whatever, and either kill your claims or void your warranty or legit get you a ticket in the mail. Have a good rest of your night. Tomorrow, TDC, that dating channel, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., video drops. 60 to 130 with the Corvette. Goal is 5s. It's been like 640, 60 to 130 last year around this weather. Now, 80 degrees, went out there, did another 60 to 130. The only difference being the Kong cold air and a bonus data log review right afterwards, which I found a problem in the data log. So watch that video. You'll see that the car isn't exactly running healthy, but it's getting ever so close to running that 5.9, 60 to 130 with only a ported blower, throttle body, cold air, injectors, headers, and a tune. Very easy stuff on that Z01. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or just check out the video tomorrow at 5 p.m. on this channel. See you guys either tomorrow or Thursday at 8 o'clock. Have a good one, guys. See you later. Bye.